And joining us now on This Is the Day is Brice Sokolowski, who is a Catholic fundraiser and author. And thank you so much for being with us, Brice.
Delighted to be here, and thank you so much for this opportunity to speak. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your journey. What made you decide to get into fundraising for Catholic organizations?
So I got into fundraising just out of kind of usually how God works in life. He makes you do something that you never thought you'd ever do. So I'm not a traditional fundraiser. I was just active in my parish and got involved in what my parish priest was doing. They were running a campaign. I was doing the phone calls, helping out, and then little by little, I pretty much quit my job. I was working for a consulting firm at the time, and then worked for the diocese. And then from there, just started helping more and more Catholic charities in my local area, which kind of just spread to helping pretty much a lot of different Catholic charities throughout the world through my website now.
Yeah. And I'm sure in Catholic fundraising, you've heard people maybe complain about how we talk too much about money and stuff. But how do you respond to that? How do you get around that? And maybe if you could talk a little bit about that.
Well, I think we definitely do talk a lot, or if not too much, about it. And that's really why I got into fundraising, for the simple reason a lot of the fundraising tactics that the Catholic Church is using are very secular and also very old school. And me growing up as a Catholic all my life and seeing my parish priest ask me for money, and kind of me just scratching my head saying, this sure, my priest is asking me, but the documents really weren't Catholic. The language that he was using wasn't really Catholic, and I found that he was just using scripts that were provided from a fundraising firm, which was doing, you could say, a good job, but were they doing a Catholic job? So I don't think so. So my approach was, can we do some things a bit more Catholic, and can we not ask so often for money, for the simple reason that we're all created by God to give. So we're by nature, we're like God, we're designed to give. So I think we don't necessarily have to keep asking people or reminding them. We just have to more or less inspire Catholics a bit more, because to be honest, I've never met a Catholic who doesn't want to give. They just want to make sure it goes to the right cause.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe if you can expand on that a little bit too, is that one of the more common mistakes when Catholic institutions start? Is it the approach, or what are some of the other maybe common mistakes that some Catholic institutions get into when they begin their fundraising?
I think one of the biggest mistakes is they think they're dependent on money, so they'll use language. And language is very important because it really defines a lot of things. So I hear a lot of Catholic charities saying, we need money, we can't do this without your support. And it sounds nice, but in fact, it's not really true. Every Catholic that I've spoken to that does great work does it because God is calling them to do it, and that's really what's been written on their heart to do. So the whole language of we need money really is irrelevant. Money helps us to do more of what we're doing, and if we see that God is calling us to expand, then yeah, we ask for donations, and it's through that that language of telling people we're growing, we're expanding, we're doing more. People are going to be inspired to give because they know that you're doing things with the foundation of God, as opposed to, we need money. If we don't get donations, we can't do this or that. So it's very negative, and it's very pushy as well, and it doesn't really get as many donations as well.
Now, you've just written an ebook about the 10 Commandments of Catholic fundraising. Could you tell us a little bit about that and what's included in that?
So yeah, on my website, my objective is to try and help everybody. So on my website, catholicfundraiser.net, anybody can go today and download what I call the 10 Commandments, or 10 things that I think every Catholic should be doing if they want to fundraise. And the sole objective of this booklet is to really get them focused on the right direction, which pretty much is the Catholic direction on how to fundraise, as opposed to going out and asking for money immediately. There are little things that we can do more of. And for example, we can really focus on prayer a whole lot more in fundraising. And when I say prayer, it's not about praying that you'll get the money, but praying pretty much that you'll have your eyes and ears open to the people that God puts in your life. Because for the most part, God is never going to leave you out to dry if you're doing his work. For the most part, we're just too blind and too busy to recognize all the graces that he's giving us.
And if people want to find out more, if they want to get this ebook, go right to the website?
Yeah, everything, my contact information is available, catholicfundraiser.net. If somebody wants to reach out to me directly, there's my email there. And I also have a blog. I post every week some type of content or some perspective that I'm working with currently with a Catholic charity foundation on their fundraising. And so I write a short blog. It's very step-by-step oriented, so it's very practical. And as well, I provide a video on how to do it as well. So again, the sole objective is try and get as many Catholics moving in the right direction with their fundraising.
Excellent. CatholicFundraiser.net. Thank you so much, Brice, for being with us. Some great information there, and we encourage people to check out the website. Thank you so much for being with us.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
And we return now to the rest of This Is the Day.